Come on, just stop me. You just go stop me from going live? Eh. Is it for kids? I don't even know if it was for kids. I say something. Good morning to everybody. Good morning to everybody. Yeah, everybody, even haters. Good morning. You gotta. That's the first person you gotta give a shout out to. Shit, the haters. Bro, stop playing. Bro, show some love. I love everybody. I'm trying to listen to some music. They come and scream out. They won't let me scream them, but 45 minutes. What's I get my game? What's I get my game? It's going down. Oh man. You need to watch me a movie. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch me a movie. Put it playing. Listen here, kids. Or anybody. Man, get your teeth fixed. No snacks, stop eating them. Don't be eating when you're young. I mean, you could, but as long as you go to the dentist, you're good. You know what I mean? As an adult, I ain't been to the dentist yet. I'm going though, so be patient with me. I'm going. But I have to tell certain people, like, you can't see me, bro. You can't see me chip tooth and all, boy. You still can't see me. Hey, that's some tough. That's tough. Listen here, I know God like God up there be cracking. I be having God up there cracking his butt off. Hey, you was the ass had cracking his ass. Oh boy. I knew I'd be there with crack off. What is this? GPS. Mystery thriller. GPS. I might watch that. Let me watch that. GPS. It's called GPS. Let's watch it. It's called GPS. I don't know what it is. First time. Everything. Alrighty, let's get this party started. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. There you go. And now this acting stupid.
Just read GPS unit. Hold on. Get it, Bob? Come on.
Oh, everybody, bro.
Wait. Slow down, Bob. They're catching up to Stop. We're not going to lose to these guys. Not this time. Sam, I'm driving the car.
What are they trying to do?
Let's go. Awesome. Are you out of your mind? Jeez, you're not something else. What? Keep going. Right here, right here.
Okay.
Starsky.
Maybe this is gold. It's called GPS. I don't know. Maybe it's some gold they going after.
Come on, Andrew. Watch those legs. Shh. Can you hear that?
So
That's got to be it. Son of a bitch bastard. You should really be more careful, man. Oh, should I? Hold on.
What? I'm so confused. So he's supposed to be. All he did is fall in the freaking. There you go. There you go. Jumping after him. Go find him. That's what's up. This is.
Should be here. Where is it? It should be here. It's the water.
What are they looking for?
Where is it? Don't bullshit me. Where's Bob?
Oh, there, they got it. They got it.
It's kicking your ass, man. It's kicking kind of old. No offense, sweetheart. I'm taking. Very funny. The way I figure is that finds it, it's who leaves. Oh, is that right? Hey, guys, it's just a game. Is it, Andrew? Is it just a game? Is it? You're such a pussy, Andrew. It's just a game. It's just a game. Why don't you go use that GPS of yours to find yourself a pair of eyes? Get out of my face. Come on, Frankie. Let's go. Coming. Don't listen to this crap, okay? Sure. We'll open it up, buddy.
have stepped up efforts to find Shepard Lohman and his missing $2 million. Lohman is alleged to have stolen the money over a 2-year period, ending with his arrest and arraignment last week on charges of wire fraud and identity theft. Lohman disappeared shortly after being released on bail, leading the FBI to join local authorities in the investigation. With $2 million allegedly at his disposal, the capture of Shepard Lohman.
God, can they not talk about Shep for more than 2
Lohman
seconds?
graduated with honors from Canyon University.
This is the 3rd year we've all gotten together since college. Shep goes to ditches with a lame excuse.
He's probably
Shep's probably hiding in his basement.
It's obviously not that stupid.
Well, Bob, please enter your treasure code.
T-Bob. We really didn't change that name.
What? I like it.
Congratulations. Are you ready for your next contact?
Yeah, bring it on.
You have one special invitation in your inbox.
What do we got?
Invitation from Chef. Do you accept this challenge?
It can't be. Yeah, of course it is. Who the hell else would it be?
He's on the run, for God's sake. Why would he be sending a GPS nuts?
Well, actually, I know. I haven't even talked to the guys.
Accept this challenge.
Andrew. Just do it. Click yes.
Okay,
It's Black Hills.
Black Hill.
That's what we're camping this weekend. Clever bastard, man.
You didn't invite him, so... Bob,
I might have mentioned it to you. I called his cell phone. I don't understand.
I was trying to figure out why they stopped my screaming. What did I do to you?
Must have been a good night last night.
You want to go to heaven, better start working out. I already know what I'm talking about. I sleep, bro. But make them go. They're gonna get the mess before they go.
Andrew, think. All that money.
Anyway, I guess.
Okay, we had to hide it someplace.
why would he be sending us on hunts to find his stash of stolen money?
Why not?
Look, even if that is what he did, that's stolen money.
Stolen, please. Okay, so it's stolen, but we didn't steal it. It's besides the point. There's nothing illegal about going on a GPS hunt, buddy.
I don't want to go to heaven, but
Find out what Shep left first, and then you and I can decide what to do with it later. All right? Or do you want to spend the rest of your life wondering what if, young man? Because I don't. Besides, it'll be fun. Remember, fun? Really? I said fine. Yeah, that was easy. I'm kind of disappointed. I mean, I have a lot more points to prove.
Well, I'm not calling anyone to cancel the trip.
Cancel? We're not canceling anything. Okay, I spent a lot of time trying to organize this little.
We made a few phone calls. It's not like you sent out a carrier.
All right, listen, we're gonna tell everybody we're going on a GPS hunt, okay? And if they want to tag along, they can. And we're not gonna say anything about Shep.
If you keep blurting it out of your first six-pack, they won't hear from me.
No, are you pumped? I'm pumped. Okay, I am.
That pumped.
Come on, man. I think. But I every time. We're going on a GPS hunt. Come on, man. It's fun. I love you.
Sorry, I just logged in a great refinancing rate for my student loans with Credible.com.
Woo! I'm the credible. It's either credible or it's not.
Christmas. Just don't know what you want, but after seeing the big box inside of London, tragedy was
this money, but I don't get paid till next week. What should I do?
Don't even stress about it. Just download the Earn It app to get paid early. Get up to $100 a day with no interest or credit check.
Here's how to make every day payday. Step 1. Download the Earn It app and add your work details. Step 2. Access up to $100 per day. No credit check, no interest. Step 3. Get paid as you work, not weeks later. Make any day payday. Download Earn It.
Get it. Don't smash my bed, okay? I don't want my stuff to be more rigid than it has to be.
I put all your stuff in the truck, Allison.
Okay.
You guys gonna be like this all weekend?
No, Travis.
Well, it looks like your backup's arrived.
Oh God, I haven't seen her since she got back. What do you think? I think that's fair, Travis.
Is it me? Or did we check it?
Hi! Oh, good. Oh, yeah. God, look at you. I was afraid you were going to play like Barbara Walters.
My God, was so bad.
Hi, Becky.
Oh my God!
Hey there, Andrew.
Hi. She's lighter than the
Bob, put her down.
Oh, well, excuse me, okay? Where I come from,
Girl jeans for a year. Spin around in circles, okay? Jeez, all crazy.
I've got something here about me around in circles when I got back from Europe.
oh, I didn't want to mess up your hair, dear. Bob, you didn't spin me around when I got back from spring.
What kind of fast?
Yeah, I don't think it was a lack of desire. Bob, what are you doing? What? You're not going to get 72 bottles of beer.
What, that's not enough? Don't worry, I'm not hard stuff, too. If that fails, there's rubbing alcohol in the first aid kit.
Saddle up, Ranchels.
No.
I don't know why we just don't run a suite at the plaza anymore. The point was, Allison, to get out of town for the weekend, not cook ourselves out. Whatever. Well, as far as I'm concerned, the middle of nowhere is a place where bad things happen to you. Travis! Sir.
Nice. You want to ride shotgun?
Yes.
All right.
Come on, run with you.
Come on, your mobile.
I will.
Okay. You're not coming back with us?
You haven't got any room. It's okay. Travis, come on, let's go.
All right, well, see you. I'm not good.
So, Wendy,
I know. I'm sorry, Andrew. I know she's your cousin. Oh, but Allison can be such a bitch sometimes.
Ooh, tell us how you really feel.
I thought maybe 6 months in France might make her more aware or something.
my uncle says she's going back to France
Are
next
you gonna
month.
do anything?
That's a complete waste of her father's money.
He likes to spend money. Tries to spend as much on me as he does her.
I see Gavin's still trying to get down her pants.
Come on, you guys, let's go.
Wow. It's the same old shit from college. Some people never change.
Is that sex?
Actually,
They ain't talking about nothing
News to me.
gay or whatever, so
I'm kidding.
I can understand why people be
Let's kick this trail.
in and then out. I ain't on that energy. Cool with me? Just here with me and my. Woo. Excuse me. Okay, let me watch this movie. GPS. Rated R.
So much do one of those GTS things cost anyway?
GPS.
What? Global Positioning System. That's what I said.
Allison.
GTS.
It's
Looks like a new age compass.
Yeah, Allison's
Yeah.
sort of like that. I mean, you've probably seen those in your yoga classes. Make sure your ass is the right latitude for the downward dog.
Oh man. Got workout on.
Allison, just kidding.
Feel good.
Well,
Look
settle that.
good. Don't I look
Not
good?
singing the same
In the
time.
name
So I'll
of
take your place.
Jesus, I look too good. I look too good, boy. God, I love me some God, bro. Me and God, bro. Thank you.
What was that?
I look too good. Yes. Yes. I do. I weigh 70 pounds.
Whoa, what's that smell?
Hey, look at me now, goddamn. Look at me now, but hey, listen here. Where there's a wheel, there's mine. Where there's a pillow, wherever there's a pillow, there's a way.
Tie it from a tree.
Well, ain't gonna always be a pillow. Wherever there's a roach, there's a way. Hate to tell you, there's always gonna be roaches here, so there's always gonna be a way. It's always gonna be a roach. Remember that. Wherever there's a roach, there's a way. Like, oh, you look like a roach. I understand. Roach, too good.
I gotta keep going. The night will soon be falling. Don't forget what I told you.
Hey, talking about forget what I told you.
For real? What the hell was that?
Don't worry. The campfire will keep away any animals for the night, including bears.
Swim it all!
Okay. Trying to wipe
It's
out
break
the beer.
time.
I can't swim.
Wipe out the top. I don't know if that would really help, but people, we always do it.
Never will. It's good to see you guys.
Black is beautiful, you know what I'm saying? Black is the way.
So, Rach, what about you?
But,
Romance is insane.
but, blue is the only way to go.
Sweetie, the guys here, not so great. I mean, what does it take to get a guy to hold the door open for you? Like Java.
How about
Some of us like to
oh,
hold our
thank you.
doors open.
I don't know, you open doors, but they still don't say thank you. See, not all of them. Some of them say thank you. My own auntie, one of my aunties. Oh, shit.
That's not exactly.
How about why I opened the door? One auntie said thank you. The other auntie came in, she said shit. She was
I still like to go. I'll just make
yo,
sure.
this world is funny as heck, baby. Hey, bro, this world is amazing, bro. I was like, whoa. Dang, I should have said something, but I was like, I was just holding it in until it's time to say something. Like it wasn't the time to say nothing right there. Listen here, I'm gonna build it up. I'm gonna build it up, you know,
I bet they're talking about me.
like a stock. I'm gonna build it up, man.
It's a smart
I let people have it, you know
So
what
when it
I'm
comes to
saying?
ladies,
I let it just build up, then I,
you know what I mean?
you know what I mean?
Quite the topic of conversation lately, man.
Oh, they're
Man.
talking about me?
Vile, sickening, unspeakable things.
Unspeakable thing.
Nothing worse than what we'd say to your face, man.
Shut it.
Relax.
This on!
They're probably talking about their hair anyway.
This nigga swimming in a pond, a lake, butt naked. I don't know. I guess that's living, but heck nah. I'm good. I'm good. Then they be peeing in it. Then you don't supposed to do that. Stuff is just swim up in the hole. I would think that's just common
Funny
sense.
stuff,
Is that a grave?
It look like a grave. There's a cross on it.
Right? It's definitely the location.
Tell me
Oh,
you're
that
not
was
gonna
tight.
take that out. It's not really a grave.
He said it's really not really a grave.
Wow. It didn't take long.
Oh man. He said really not a grave. All right, so what is it?
Alright, you guys got some weird hobbies.
Super weird hobbies. Got pictures in it say please. Please don't let
Oh my God.
me.
Andrew, what is that?
Please don't let me
Jesus. What?
die.
Oh, who the hell is that?
Please don't
What?
let me die.
What?
That was it. Think that was it.
Oh my God. What the hell is this?
Is this normal?
Of course it's not normal. Travis, look at this.
I'm at the game. Is this part of the game? Sure, it's staged. It doesn't look
Bob, why would somebody stage this? I don't understand. Is this supposed to be a joke? This is not funny.
Everybody calm down. Look, there's something we haven't told you guys.
right. About these GPS scavenger hunts and how they really work. And about the
Oh,
prizes at the end.
yeah, boy, they funny as
The guy that set
hell.
us up, he's just a
Oh, now y'all wanna, it's like people wanna listen here.
Yeah, good tag. I mean, I'd say that's going all out.
Oh, man, these folks out here funny.
It's just a
boy.
game.
You're not seriously gonna continue.
Oh,
Look,
man.
it's just a game.
It's another 9 miles in.
What if the game is not a game? What if your so-called hunt is actual hunt?
Allison,
I mean,
stop talking.
no. I'm not going another 9 miles in the middle of nowhere
How long
where
she
some
think she
maniac
gonna
has
take?
kidnapped and possibly murdered some woman. I'm not doing it. Figures. Don't you think we should go back and call the police?
All right, it's 11:02.
I'm sorry, guys.
Andrew. What?
Not cool.
This is an advanced hunt, and maybe we shouldn't have brought you guys on it.
What you gonna say?
Seriously,
Uncle
you guys
Mario.
Come on. Wait, Allison, look, if there is a psycho out there, you're safer with us.
I'll take my chances. Is anyone coming with me?
I'll go with you, Allison.
Thanks, Gavin.
Wait, don't. Listen.
Shoot.
Some of these GPS scavenger hunts, they involve prizes. Large prizes. Cash prizes. And how much is large? 50 grand. Are you serious?
50 grand.
I'm up for that. And this stupid game of yours doesn't sound so stupid no more.
I don't care if it's $1 million. We're leaving.
I know you got all the money, okay? But that's no small chunk to me. Look, whoever decides to come along gets a cut. Not for me and Andrew. But you guys get to split the rest. Come on, you guys in or out? Let's do this. I'm in.
Me too.
Hell yeah. Gavin?
I'm sorry.
Gavin, that's not even 10
I
grand.
was thinking more like it's almost $10,000, Allison.
Gavin, I'll pay you 10 grand to escort me out of this place.
Oh shit.
Let's go.
Wait, Allison, look. All right.
What the hell you talking about? I'll
Some
take 10 grand.
strangers we
Just
don't think
exit
got
me
this.
out of this place.
I'm sure we'll be fine. Hey, you guys be careful.
You guys are the ones that should take that advice.
And
Here we go. Hey, this way. Two less people share the pot with.
What pot are you talking about exactly?
Shut up, I don't do that. You trying to tell me you don't smoke pot? No, I never shared. Look, all I'm saying is if there is something with those photos, then we're putting our friends in danger. Listen, I know Shep a hell of a lot better than you do, okay? God, just trust me for once. Please. Bob, here.
That's shame of my
You guys been reading about that whole Shepherd thing?
That guy doesn't turn himself in.
No, identity theft makes total sense. Last person I want to be
Cut
is
this
Shep.
off.
That was funny. Shut up, Shep's a good guy. And Rachel, you think so?
35 years old. I still got
There's
nothing.
nothing. She'll date everyone under him.
I always thought you guys were gonna hook up again.
What?
I ain't got nothing.
Travis. I haven't heard that in a while.
I think they're fixing your fence.
End of story. Besides, I couldn't date Rachel.
Just to let you
It's
know.
like dating my sister. I dated your sister.
Yep, they're fixing your fence. Well, not fixing it. They put a new one up. Yeah, I just-
What are you looking
Oh my god. Hi. Can I borrow your knife?
Let's hold it like this.
I knew that had to really bother her. The lady? The lady in the office? No, I'm saying I know that really had to bother her. No, you just walk around and see a big ass. That's the only fence that's in the whole complex.
Take off early.
Toe down. That was it, Jay. Like you. Look, if that ball would have failed, would have sit out there. Even though I ain't on this, but you, that was a big lawsuit. But hey, it's $6. That's good.
All right, Travis, where's
Thank
your
you, God.
For what? My GPS and my notebook.
It's gone?
Yeah, it was funny.
Wait,
What?
I'm coming with you.
Man, this world funny
No,
as
I'm
heck,
gonna
bro.
hold down the fort.
You sure?
People out
Yeah,
here
you go. I'll be fine.
super sleep, man. Out here paying for roaches, but these roaches get higher and higher and just higher and higher. But if it's any millionaires or billionaires out there with roaches, it's gonna be some trouble. Yeah, it's gonna be some trouble. I'm telling you. Ain't no way you're supposed to have roaches. No. No, when you're a billionaire, nobody should have roaches. Let's get that clear. Nobody. Roaches shouldn't even have roaches, okay? Okay. All right. Listen here. Nobody should have roaches, man. But it's so sad. Like, how can you stay with roaches? How in the world can you stay with roaches and then you talking about you want to go to heaven, but you staying with roaches? Hey, one thing for sure, ain't no roaches in heaven. Oh man, I guess so, baby. So high, like everybody comes on. Yeah, okay. Oh man.
Andrew, are you okay?
This movie is. I'm about to turn this mug out. This mug is very stupid. Hey, it been on for 40 an hour? No, 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Ain't nothing happened. I'm good. GPS. Do not watch it. I mean, I won't say do not watch it, but no, I'm good. Talking about some worker man, my ass. All right, let's see. What is this? Hall? It says Hall. Okay, let's see Hall. Independent. All right, say independent. Nah, I want to rated R or Sweet River. Ooh, Sweet River. That sounds good. Sweet River horror mystery TV. Pray. What's on the news? Let's watch some news. We're gonna watch some news right now. Live. We're gonna watch news. I ain't watched news in a minute.
With seeing the little moments in your life with compassion, with patience, with understanding, with peace, with faith. And that's what we most need. Because we all know that the moment we hit the pillow at the end of the day, we're exhausted.
Yeah. Where I said this, wherever there's a pillow, there's a way. God damn it. And it's gonna always be a pillow. No, this lifetime, next lifetime, no matter, you'll always have a pillow.
I was able to get my morning routine done, or hey, I showered, or hey, I picked up, groceries at an online pickup. It's those little moments.
This holiday season.
As we think about these little moments, what should we be doing to make sure that we're making space for observing those moments too? Because sometimes your brain just gets a little bit muddled and you just focus on I should have. So
Laugh.
This didn't go the way I wanted it or I wanted it to.
Laugh.
Yes, it's hard to see the challenging moments in our life with gratitude. And so I want to take gratitude this year for 2022 and say, let's let gratitude be a bit of a cheerleader for us. Stop in a moment that was really challenging and really hard and say,
why are they always
and shine light on yourself, saying, I'm proud of myself for getting my screaming into the car and off to
loud. That solves all and everything. That's the
we have a tendency right now to
gratitude
be hard on
to see these little things,
do a lot of
moments in your life
we should have done that. I'm
with
not
great
enough.
love.
I could be better. And so when we stop and recognize, hey, I'm doing a good job here. I
got a nice poster. I got nice cards for people. I'm gonna get on the ball, boy. I got me messed up, bro. The world got me. I'm gonna get on the ball. I'm gonna make cards. Yeah, that's a good start right there. I want to know how to. I'm gonna make them. Yeah.
Just to bring a little smile on your face. And so I know some
trust and
of
believe.
you just mentioned gratitude. I want to run to
trust and believe.
Being proud of myself. I want to run the other way. Now she's mentioning forgive.
Oh man.
Just give me a moment here. Christy, you know this as well when you had heard of this word. Just like we see gratitude as seeing the little things in your life with great love and being kind of that cheerleader for yourself. When those moments are hard, when you're struggling, we can bring the practice of forgive to it.
You made it my new favorite F word, I will say. It used to be the word free, because everyone loves something that's free, but now it is forgive, because there's so many times when you just let the little things kind of draw you down, and if you just speak those words to yourself, either in your head or I do a lot of times in my car. I forgive and release, being frustrated with this traffic. I forgive and release making myself, do these things that just drive me crazy. So there's a lot of ways that you can work through some of those issues, and once you say it, you let go of it.
Exactly. So you just described what the practice is and how to use it. So FOR-GIVE. We're going to see the word as two separate words. That's really important just to help you kind of disconnect from the ways that.
Alright, guys, you're streaming live now from Fox, listening into this interview from Live Now from Fox's Christy Larson, bringing us all a few tips on how we can remain grateful this holiday season. I will
Remain grateful. I can tell you how to remain grateful. Laugh, goddammit. Get your laugh on. That's how you remain grateful. Because that answer, that's the key. Okay, never got Will Smith. There we go.
The actor you see on your screen, Will Smith, walked on stage at the Academy Awards and slapped the man that was presenting an award, Chris Rock. Let's go ahead and check in with our Fox Entertainment.
Why you slap Chris Rock, bro? Does he say somebody's wife?
A chance to sit down with actor Will Smith about his new movie Emancipation, but of course you couldn't ignore the obvious and ask him about
I'm
what was being called
confused. So you slap a person because he not made a joke, but made it.
Will Smith doing an interview was a huge deal. When I first got the email,
I mean, I guess because his wife, but dang, I was just laugh. It ain't nothing to. Boy, you need some pussy. Hey, that's what we all need. Some people need some. I hate to say it. Some people need some pussy or some dick. That's all problems too. That's a problem solver off the muscle. It's like they be trying to figure out what's the problem, what do we need, or what do people really need? You need fucking pussy or dick in your life, and laugh, goddammit. Hey, best believe if you laughing, you get it either you get both, or you get one of them, or if you get my point, hopefully you get the drift. Like people don't laugh, they ain't getting shit. Oh, man, get shit, bro. Listen here. I'm like, man, you know I need some pussy. Hey, I love you, but I ain't doing no speaking. Fuck the truth. Fuck the, that's right. I ain't doing no speaking. 100 facts.
And I know this is a question people are asking me, but I just want to know what you would say to somebody who feels that way, because I believe in second chances. I believe that you were brilliant in this, and I didn't see Will Smith up there. But what do you tell people when they say, I'm not ready yet, that it's too soon or something?
I completely understand that. If someone is not ready, I would absolutely respect that and allow them their space to not be ready. My deepest concern is
that shirt you got on is not ready. You gonna slap me for saying that with you? I'm just joking, but I'm serious. Like, he gotta laugh. Like, he just gotta look. He not even laughing during his interview. You gotta laugh. Like, that's the thing. You gotta get some pussy or some dick in your life. And then you get, hey, listen here. He told us you're not ready, nigga. Listen here. That damn shirt you got on ain't ready. And Mariotoogood said that. Hey, I bet you gonna slap Jesus like that. Yeah, that's slapping him, man. Because he said some funny shit. Oh, boy, y'all funny on this world. Y'all funny as hell, boy. Open people's heart. You need to open your closet and put on another shirt.
and support the incredible artists.
He said support.
So what do you think about this response? Is this something that audiences will resonate with?
No. If they'll recognize or whatever you just said to that shirt. Oh, these folks are here funny as hell, bro. On the news. The news funny. That's all it is. It's the laugh, to make you laugh. That's all news is for. I guess give you the updates and make you laugh.
Look past and hopefully
Oh man.
understand why someone made a mistake that they did.
Why someone made a mistake? He made that mistake because he needs some pussy or some dick. I'm just saying that's why he made the mistake. Now, do you get mad about that? Because that's 100 facts. That ain't right. That ain't true. That's facts. We all need it. If God goddamn get it, or he had it, why you can't get it? Amen. Amen. Mariotoogood said that. Put a stamp on it. And just slapping folks. I'm gonna slap you because you know I need some pussy or some dick. I'm just saying. Like, that's what some people need. But you gonna slap them? I wish I was there, bro. I'd be wrong. I would have had that whole goddamn matinee or wherever they was at. the damn BET Awards, whatever. I would have had everybody in there chuckling their ass off. Oh, they would have been like, oh, oh shit. Oh shit! Now this live, this live. I can send this to him and he ain't gonna look at it. He ain't gonna laugh. It's funny, bro. Embrace it, laugh, cause it's facts. Shit, you know. Oh man.
But I really like your commentary. You say that everyone deserves a second chance.
Everyone deserves a second chance. Everybody can't get a second chance. Yeah.
With the film Emancipation, what is the plot?
That ain't even my saying. That's just facts. What is that a second chance? He just needs some pussy or some. That's all it was.
There's a historical photo
Simple.
of the character he's playing, Peter, where he has his head turned around and you see his back and you see kind of what happened to him.
I really can't. Well, I can't wait. I can't wait till I get a chance just to go to a war. Woo, woo. Y'all slapping and whatever, jacking and that nigga just nuts. That nigga nut on himself when he slapped him. He nutted on himself. That's why he slapped him. Chris Rock made that nigga nut on himself. That's why he slapped his ass. Hey, at the end of the day, hey, bro, hey, we all listen. That one thing is, hey, this your people. Why you slapping your people? Like, so if that was God, you really that basically say you gonna slap God. Oh, okay, I got the message. But hey, shit. Hey.
It's a really, really incredible, relentless journey and story about pushing through.
So he slapped the person, and then he made a movie about.
And I think that to me that's what resonated. And I think it's hard because yes, you have the Oscar thing, and you have to be able to. Can you juggle it? And
he can't juggle it. That's why they slapped him.
I was wondering how it was going to be. He was in our news feeds for all the story.
I wish I was there, bro. Oh man, God, I come for you. I stand for you today on this beautiful Corona Monday. Watching this news, I come for you today. I'm not coming to you to pray that I will be there. I can't wait to get there so I can have everybody. I know my purpose. Send everybody up there to you, chugging their ass. Oh shit.
I haven't seen the story yet, but I do plan to watch it when it hits theaters. And the way you describe it, it makes it seem very liberating instead of a sad storyline plot. So, Kevin McCarthy, thank you so much for joining us. Great interview, by the way. And next time.
All these folks ain't number what? Fake.
All right, guys. Live now from Fox.
Fake. Fake as hell. You fake because you slapped the man because you need some pussy or some dick. So that's why you slapped him. Or I'm just saying, I'm just giving you a speaker fact. Oh, then he made you nut on yourself. So you really slapped it now. Now, a person made me nut on myself, in front of everybody, no, bro, no. Your shoes are blue. Slap. Come on, bro. First of all, you're getting an award. People just sleep. I'm gonna wake you up. That's my purpose. I'm gonna wake your ass up. Oh boy. Woo. Ah man. Oh shit. We'll be right back. Okay, cool. Fox 5, Atlanta. Fox 5. They don't want to show. They only show you what you want to see, and then really not even that. So we still gonna have news in the future, I guess. Is it gonna be news in heaven? Or in hell, it's gonna be news. Oh man, I love my life, boy. You gotta love your life, man. How you be a millionaire, You don't love your fucking life. You don't love yourself. You gotta love yourself. Oh shit. Oh man. Oh boy. Oh man, this world funny. Gotta love it. We live in a movie. Reverse psychology.
Right here, the time
world.
is now 11:18.
Gotta
Welcome
know
back to
that.
Live Now from Fox.
Yep, that's
Many
what I
people still
said.
hitting
That's
the
facts.
screens and this, holiday
Once you
season.
realize that, you know where to go. You know what to do. You know how to move.
Airport there in Tennessee. I spoke to with you just yesterday.
Now I'm good. I ain't talking about that right now. Y'all talking about airport. I'm good. I'm about to watch travel. Like, I'm good. Let me see. Pray. It says heavy duty. Heavy duty. Heavy duty. What, is that a radar? Action. Heavy duty action. Crime thriller. It might be good. Pray. I might watch that heavy duty. What? Evil Among Us, Ted Bundy. And that's why I be telling folks, bro. I be telling folks, and it's facts. I be telling folks, boy. If you meet a person and they don't have a sense of humor, killer that's here or that's not here has a sense of humor. I'm wrong. I'll take Ted Bundy as back. I'm watching him now. I was speaking of a fact. Oh man. I bet it is.
Terrifying enough. He was sadistic, textbook psychopath. His superpower was being played and blending into virtually every situation. Ted Bundy was different than what we thought a serial killer should look like. He was charming, good-looking, well-educated, ambitious, and he seemed like the boy next door.
What drove Ted Bundy's insatiable appetite?
This is a guy that truly loved murder.
How did he get away with it for so long?
There weren't surveillance cameras on every corner. DNA was not as sophisticated. Women just went missing.
Were there any signs?
Y'all, get out of here. Hey, catch a beast, you gotta be a beast.
I still feel that way. And how has Bundy made us reconsider the evil hiding in our midst?
He was that different. He was an invisible monster who was amongst us. The devil incarnate you'd like to have as your company.
This shit be funny, bro.
Ted Bundy's upbringing is kind of the stuff of legend.
This shit be funny, bro.
Ted Bundy's mom, Eleanor
This
Louise
shit
Powell,
be
got
funny,
pregnant with
bro.
him when she was
I'm
17,
sitting here, I'm
and
telling
she
you.
was married. Her family was extremely religious, and they
man.
were deeply embarrassed and humiliated by this. So they
Oh,
sent her
man.
away to a place for unwedded mothers
I'm telling you,
to
bro.
have the baby.
Once Louise had
Don't
recovered,
forget,
she
whoever watching this,
and
don't
Ted
ever
would go
forget
home
that.
and leave Ted for adoption.
When you meet somebody and they say they don't like to laugh,
So
listen
he
here.
brought
Listen here. Listen here. I don't made quite a few. Listen here. That's why the world is like it is now. Because people don't like to laugh.
It's rumored that Ted's grandfather is his biological
That's
father.
facts.
That he had actually raped Ted's mother, and he was the product of that rape.
After she moved back with her family, they decided that Ted would be told that his mother was actually his sister and that his grandparents were his mom and dad. And so for the majority of his upbringing, that is what he believed. If anyone in the family asked about who Ted's father was,
That's cold.
his grandfather became instantly irate, and he would launch into these
I love her
violent
glasses.
outbursts.
It was a very
This is
abusive,
hot.
disruptive household. His
Rainbow.
grandfather was known to have a
Hi, I
violent
can't wait to
temper.
get mine.
There's stories about him, abusing the
Can't see
grandmother,
shit.
throwing her down a flight of stairs.
I can't wait.
It was just a very unstable, very sad, very
Gotta
scary
get 'em blue.
environment for Ted to grow
God
up.
give them blue. Love
When
blue.
a child is brought up in these
Love
type
some
of
blue. I know.
traumatizing environments, it is really hard to walk
Everything
away
I'm
unscathed.
gonna have is gonna be blue.
When
Trust.
Ted was growing up,
I love
he
some
showed
blue.
signs of being very brilliant, but he also
I
showed some
love some
disturbing
blue.
signs. There was an incident where one of his aunts was babysitting him, and she ended up taking a nap. And when she had woken up, he had placed knives around her body while she was asleep.
There is something very, very wrong with toddler Ted Bundy, and nobody really knows what to do about it.
Eventually, the young Ted comes to believe his grandparents are too old to be his parents,
Mm-hmm.
and that his 24-year-old alleged sister, Louise, is actually his mother.
Mm-hmm.
But he still doesn't know who the father is.
I don't think Ted ever felt stable, and that starts from birth. Rejected, doesn't feel like he belongs.
Eventually, Ted's mom found the courage and the strength to leave the family. In 1950, she took Ted and they moved to Tacoma, Washington, where she met a man who was an army cook with the last name Bundy.
Over the next decade, Ted's mother and stepfather
Bundy.
expand the Bundy brood, welcoming 4 children by the time Ted is a teenager.
Bundy.
The additional kids only further
Kid
alienate
Bundy.
the eldest son.
He was described as a
Kid
loner.
Bundy.
He was described as somebody who didn't really fit in. He couldn't do the things that other kids could do. He wasn't good at sports. He just couldn't really measure up. By and large, his childhood was very lonely.
I feel you.
He just lacked the ability to sort of have that human connection with people.
I feel you.
To compensate, a teenage Ted develops a vivid fantasy life, fueled by his obsession with lurid pulp magazines.
On the cover of these magazines, they would have like these large-breasted women with a knife to their throat by a man, or he's about to strangle her. It was the threat of violence mixed with sexuality.
Back then, true crime magazines were also near pornography magazines, and the two were conflated sometimes. And I think that did play a role into some of the sexual deviance that Ted later developed.
His fantasy was to watch a woman be assaulted.
The darkness inside Ted is growing.
Even at a young age, Ted knew that something was off.
See, if I was alive back then, I would have caught Ted. I would call a lot of people.
He used alcohol and
Shit, I
marijuana
think
to
like
sort
just
of
like
numb his
They showed an
I'm
early
just saying. I just said what I just said.
deviance.
Like
Some kids want to go out at night.
everybody
hang
that's
out with their
fucking
friends. He
that's a
wants to go
serial
out at
killer
night and
that's
keep it
or
peaceful
that's
with
here that's not here has a sense of humor.
Then one night,
So if you meet somebody that don't have a sense of humor, listen here.
This
Meet somebody that don't like to laugh.
Behind a woman.
All right.
Without thinking at all, he grabs a stick and runs up behind her and clubs her over the head.
Damn.
She drops to the ground. And he runs away.
Part of me wonders if this is him testing the waters, seeing what it feels like to actually hurt somebody. Ted gets to see somebody scared, and maybe he starts to realize that he likes it a little bit.
Bundy is never linked to the attack. And in 1965,
A lot of y'all love
ready
it.
to begin
That's
his
why
next
all them
chapter.
women have this.
He attends the nearby University
Back.
of Puget Sound for his first year of college, then transfers to the University of Washington. It's there he meets the woman who will change his life forever, Diane Edwards.
Diane came from a really wealthy family. She was beautiful, she was brilliant. The two befriended one another over a mutual love of skiing, and eventually they managed to work the friendship into a relationship. They fall in love. He looks like a wonderful suitor to her family, and I think for him, she was the be-all, end-all, the absolute prize. He seems to really love status, and she's a point of status for him. But he put her on such a pedestal, he let his academics slide. Now, Diane sees him as somebody who doesn't really seem serious about school. He's failing classes, he's not going to classes, and so ultimately, she decides to break up with him because that's not the kind of guy she seems like she wants to have a future with.
Mm-hmm.
This really set a fire in him, and that amount of rejection really hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
Probably more than any amount of physical pain. So I think that this really triggered the vengeance in him.
What do you mean by it?
A year will pass before a devastated Bundy tries his hand at romance again.
Fine.
In the fall of 1969, he meets Marilyn Chino and her friend Liz Klepfer at a bar in Seattle.
I was about 20 feet away, and I saw this man in a yellow shirt. He was coming here singing me.
You always on time, bro.
To be perfectly honest with you, I've never seen that look
You
before
gotta
on
be
anybody.
patient.
It was a real different look.
Patience is the key.
Liz is taken with a mysterious
Patience. That's something
She
we're
ended up
supposed to have.
dancing with him,
Patience.
and then
Patience
we
is
all
the key.
decided we would go home, and I went
Patience
with
is the
another
key.
friend, and then she took her Volkswagen.
Patience is the key. Patience is the key. Patience. Look, nobody be talking about patience. Patience is the key. Nobody on TV be talking about no damn patience or nothing. No radio or nothing. No nothing. Song nothing. And the comedy nothing. Patience. That's all I'm calling with. Let
She
people
called him
know
my
you gotta have that
friend. He
patience.
got along with her daughter. He
You got that
basically
patience.
took
Listen
on the
here.
role of the perfect
He gonna
partner,
take
taking
care of you. He
the
got
little
you.
girl for
Listen, he
walks,
got you
throwing
regardless,
birthday
but
parties. He would
you got
wake
that
up
patience.
early on Saturday mornings and cook breakfast for her while Liz slept in.
He got you.
Liz is offering Ted a touch
Liz,
of
that's my mama name. Damn.
open, unrestricted love that Ted has never felt before.
Damn.
Not from his mother, not from his grandparents, and that's scary.
Ted's new
You're
relationship
damn right.
has other facets
That's
of
why
life
I'm.
as well.
Woo.
In 1970,
Boy, I'm
goes to
like,
the
boy.
University of Washington to finish his degree in psychology.
Hey, you're a good person, man.
Actually
You're a
was getting
good
his
guy.
act together to
Good
appear
guy,
as
good
the
woman,
partner that
good
Diane
all.
originally
He's
wanted.
good
She said
all
he had
around.
an
You know what I
ambition.
mean?
He went off and got
He's
his
just too
degree in
good.
psychology, and almost made it sound
You
like
too
he
good.
did both
You feel
for
me?
Diane
You too
while
good.
he was dating Liz.
Hey,
The next year,
hey, that's why I'm Mario too good. You feel me? Because I am up him.
as a counselor at a suicide hotline.
Oh man.
He told
Oh
me
shit.
that when he was a phone
Tell me,
answerer
boy.
for a suicide hotline in Seattle, that he
Ain't
always
no
had
joke.
his best luck with young women who wanted to kill themselves.
Yeah, that's why women want to kill themselves. I don't know why, but you know, we all have our reasons. But
Ties into his need to feel like he controls life and death. Tap into that God complex. Every day, somebody else's life is in his hands. It's interesting that Ted would be so good at talking to people who are in their darkest hour. it's almost like that's where he lives, in that dark place.
Mm-hmm.
He went into those areas to understand and learn the different ways that he could interact with people to gain their confidence, gain their trust.
Ted also develops a special interest in law enforcement.
He's working on the Seattle Crime Prevention Advisory Commission. And this job gives him insight into how police handle crimes, what the blind spots are. He's able to see how the jurisdictions don't talk to each other.
He learned some interesting things, useful things if you're thinking about becoming a serial killer.
Eager to expand his knowledge of the criminal justice system, Ted enrolls in law school at the University of Puget Sound in Tacoma in the fall of 1973.
He was attending classes at night. I'm sure he was busy with Liz during the day, but they would work out their times where they would do stuff together. He was burning the candle at both ends. He only attended law school, perhaps only 3 classes during that first semester.
Ted can't seem to keep his focus on school.
That breakup with Diane, I think, was really the last straw.
That desire to kill was rising and building within Ted. It would completely break loose. And that's when the transformation was complete.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry in to get our best deals of the season. Get in and get away. Get a Santa Fe with 0% APR plus 0 payments for 90 days. Or get $12.50 bonus cash. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Hey, anybody play 2K? Listen here. My IG name, let me see. Put it right here. IG, no, not IG. I put that IG, Mariotoogood. IG Mariotoogood. Okay, let me see. That's my Instagram. Yup. IG Mariotoogood. Alright, my PSN is.
He drops out of law school.
My PSN is Mariotoogood.
You want to kill. The last thing you want to do is sit in a classroom.
When I pull up on you on 2K or Call of
January
Duty,
4th, 1974, Ted Bundy creeps his way into the
ain't
basement
speak for
apartment
itself.
of the University of
Just
Washington
be ready.
State and Karen Sparks.
He
Just
quite
be
likely
ready.
saw her when he was out peeping in windows, because that's what he was doing in those days.
Just be ready.
The sleeping 18-year-old UW-10 student has no comprehension of the evil about to be inflicted upon her.
He takes a metal rod from her bed and bludgeons her with it. And then sexually assaults her with the same pole.
When Bundy hears sounds from the room next door, he flees. But the damage is done. Bundy has claimed his first new victim in a decade.
What a lot of people don't realize is that guys like Ted Bundy don't snap. This is not a one day you have a bad day and you do a horrible thing. Every moment of his life up to this moment where he attacks Karen Sparks, it's all been coming to this moment. He's finally doing what he's wanted to do for years. He's not going to hold back. It's going to be messy. It's going to be bloody. It's going to be impulsive. And, he's going to enjoy it. The beating was so severe that it left her in a coma for 10 days. And while she did survive, she suffers permanent damage.
She lied?
After the attack, Ted seamlessly returns to his normal life with his girlfriend, Liz.
Liz doesn't know this, but Liz is perfectly safe right now. because he let out all those horrible feelings onto his victim. He's not going to hurt her now. Ted can keep it separate. He can go back to Liz. He can enjoy what he has with her, but he also has to keep hunting for the new high. He has to find another victim.
4 weeks pass, and Ted can no longer contain the evil within. He returns to the University of Washington to satiate his needs. His next target is 21-year-old senior Linda Ann Healy.
The front door was unlocked. So he came in the wee hours of the morning, went down the basement steps, and he went into the first bedroom, and that was the bedroom of Linda Ann Healy.
Bundy then chokes Healy unconscious. But her nightmare has just begun.
He takes her nightgown off, he hangs up in the closet. He makes the bed, he grabs the red book bag and puts some of her clothes in it.
He changes her into her street clothes, and he leaves and takes her with him.
I think that MO changed because he learned something the first time around. You can see the development of the intellect he's putting into how am I going to do this. It's very calculated.
Bundy takes the unconscious co-ed an hour southeast to the remote Taylor Mountain, where he secretly rapes her. Then, for the first time, murders his victim as well. Reports of Linda's disappearance are big news. Many locals know her from her daily radio weather reports.
Because she was the ski report announcer, she was known, at least by name, to a lot of people in the Seattle area. The public started taking notice in these cases. Linda Ann Healy was sort of everyone's daughter. She was a very wholesome person. A lot of co-eds began to worry. If something had happened to Linda, maybe something could happen to me.
They have no idea the nightmare is just beginning.
Over the period of the next 4 months, there were several women who went missing.
Only this time, there are witnesses. At the time of Susan Rancourt's disappearance, police received reports of a man on campus with a cast on his arm.
They describe him as slim-built, good-looking, arm in a sling, saying he's seen walking around asking people for help. Nobody helped him, but they're wondering, could this be connected to the Rancourt disappearance?
Because Bundy has a new angle.
Ted Bundy played to the vulnerabilities of people and made himself look as if he were weak and couldn't possibly hurt someone, either by being on crutches or having a fake cast on his arm.
But at this point, Bundy's MO has changed. He's now trying to lure these women to him.
He studied human psychology. He knew how to con others, and he used all these tools against his victims to trick them. He knew how to behave as if he were a normal, civilized person on the surface for a couple of minutes, and then he would attack.
Like Linda and Donna before her, Bundy takes Susan to the remote Taylor Mountain to rape, torture, and murder the 18-year-old. Then return to her body again and again.
Being a serial killer is terrifying enough. He also was into necrophilia, which is just really proof of how he needed to control these women. He hated women.
With the necrophilia, they can't fight him off. He's got the ultimate power there, ultimate control. They cannot say no. Which is kind of like Diane. She was exactly what he wanted, but was rejected.
And Bundy isn't finished. Perhaps sensing the heat is on, he crosses state lines to Oregon.
A young woman from Oregon State University, which is in Corvallis, quite a distance south of Seattle, was out one night walking across campus and never seen again.
Kathy Parks was going to have coffee with friends. Again, there's a man in a cast asking for help.
So all those cases are coming together, and law enforcement is extremely concerned about this. Who is or who are these predators that are targeting young women on college campuses?
Authorities have no idea who the killer is or that he's evolving.
He got a little braver and started attacking women and kidnapping them while they were out doing things. So it just really shows how he was ramping up in his crimes.
One thing remains the same: his hunger for fresh kills and his taste in victims.
They're college-age, attractive white women with their hair parted down the middle.
Liz had that very same haircut. And one day she told Ted that she was thinking of cutting her hair short, and he lost it. He really, really didn't want her to change her hair.
While Ted spends his nights trolling for his next victim, during the day, he's a hardworking law student and dutiful boyfriend.
He was basically on a monthly cycle of committing these murders. He'd see Liz, he'd do whatever he was doing, trying to maintain an outward, normal life, just to keep any authorities at bay.
Like so many serial killers, he was just completely capable of turning it on and off and compartmentalizing those things, and was able to live multiple lives all at the same time. He cooked big dinners, talked and laughed, listened to music and drank wine.
I think that emboldened him even more, and it also added to the thrill because it's a secret he had that no one knew.
Liz was mesmerized with him. In her eyes, he was so good. She just always remembered to find my prince and get married, and she found him in his.
But Bundy's emotional firewall is beginning to show cracks.
Liz started to see his sexual desires change. He was asking her to have anal sex, which she didn't want to have. He was morphing into that altered personality, that realm of murder, into the place where only the women that he killed would ever see it. It's like a Jekyll and Hyde thing.
But Bundy will soon make a potentially fatal mistake. By the spring of 1974, law enforcement in the Pacific Northwest is no closer to identifying the man who has raped and murdered 5 women in as many months.
The fact that these women had gone missing and were not found was really key, in the sense that in the majority of homicides, there is, quote, a body. That's very unusual because it's not an easy thing to do, to kill someone and then dispose of their body.
Then, 1 month after Kathy Park's disappearance at Oregon State University, Bundy returns to his usual hunting grounds just outside Seattle. It's last call at the Flame Tavern. And recent community college enrollee, 22-year-old Brenda Ball, is looking for a ride home.
She went out onto a very busy, dark highway and began hitchhiking.
Asking for help. After that, she simply disappeared.
The MO is emerging that it's beautiful women with long brown hair parted down the middle, and they're being approached by someone who pretends to be in need, who then takes advantage of them.
This new type of predator sends shockwaves through the community.
There definitely isn't as much suspicion. In the 70s, there was no reason to fear people. People did let their kids walk blocks alone, like kindergartners. People really did keep their doors unlocked. People just didn't know that this guy was the scary guy to be afraid of.
10 days later, Bundy continues pushing the envelope. It's midnight when he approaches co-ed Georgianne Hawkins in the alley directly behind her UW sorority house.
Ted Bundy was an evil planner. He really thought about how he was going to lure his next victim in, and he found a pattern that worked for him.
He's trolling back and forth the alleyway with crutches and a cast.
Georgianne's walking down the alleyway and she sees him and she says, "Oh, can I help you?" And he says, "Oh, if you can help me get to my car, it's just over here." And as she's helping him get his stuff into the car, he reaches for his tire iron.
He hit her with such force that both of her earrings came off and she came out of one of her shoes. He knocks her out, puts her in the car. He drives maybe 15, 20 minutes away, and soon after that strangles her to death.
Georgianne Hawkins was last seen Monday evening shortly after midnight. Police believe she went along this route and then somewhere she disappeared.
Once again, investigators scrambled to connect the pieces.
There was very little information about who might have done these horrible crimes. There were no witnesses. There weren't surveillance cameras on every corner. People didn't have cell phones with cameras. DNA was not as sophisticated as it is now. Women just went missing. You didn't know what had happened and where to look for crime scene. There just wasn't a lot of evidence that you could go to.
But this time, Bundy does leave evidence behind. Georgianne's missing shoe and earring. And he realizes his mistake.
The next morning, Ted actually returned to the scene, and he was able to actually collect the shoe and the earrings while investigators were still on the scene.
The brazenness of the killer returning to the scene of the crime to try to collect evidence is just mind-boggling.
Ted's definitely emboldened. I think that he, again, feels superior. He's done all of these things, but yet nobody suspects it.
But someone closer to home is beginning to suspect something is amiss with Ted. One afternoon, he and his girlfriend Liz are enjoying a rafting trip along the Yakima River when Ted suddenly changes.
Ted gets an itch to do this horrible thing he thinks about all the time.
Ted became moody. Liz is talking to him, but he's not doing a whole lot of talking. Suddenly, without warning, he pushes her into the cold waters of the Yakima.
He kept pushing her down in and wouldn't let her up. She said she was really, really scared.
When she comes up out of the water, she says his face is blank. I get the feeling he's not even seeing me. And again, it takes him a moment to come around.
I wonder if this was that moment where the darkness kind of surfaced for a second, and he realized he could do a lot of harm to somebody he ultimately really cared about.
Ted claims he was just joking, and all is forgiven. Liz asks if he wants to get together that coming weekend, but her devoted boyfriend has other plans.
In July of 1974, at a state park just east of Seattle, we see his most brazen attack yet.
Families are there, young people are there, sort of hanging out, enjoying the summer. And there's this man sort of wandering around. He's got his arm in a sling. He's looking beachy.
He's hunting prey with a million witnesses around.
After having perfected the ruse, he decides to take it up a notch and pick people up during the daytime at a crowded beach.
Around noon that day, Janice Ott, who was sunbathing, was approached by a man who asked for some help with his sailboat. He had his arm in a sling.
He's boldly telling people, "Hi, my name's Ted." Absolutely no fear anymore. He was bold. Bold, dude.
He understood that this mask of sanity, the normal Ted Bundy that he displayed.
Janice, very personable young woman, went with him to help him.
Folks actually saw her drive away with him, and that was sadly the last time anyone heard from her, because he used the name Ted when introducing himself in broad daylight, no disguises, so police were able to get a reasonable composite sketch, and there was also a description of his car, a Volkswagen Beetle, which some witnesses saw Janice drive off with him in that vehicle.
Janice was not reported missing until the next day.
Bundy's dark desire is too much to resist. Just hours later, he returns to the park looking for another victim.
Ted is a textbook psychopath, sexually deviant, power control serial killer. Someone who is a psychopath, they lack a conscience, they lack empathy. They are not able to connect to other people. They are driven only by their ego. They're very superficial in all of their relationships and everything that they strive for. They're charming a lot of the times. They're very criminally versatile, very callous, very narcissistic in a lot of ways, and they don't have a true identity of their own.
He meets another girl by the name of Denise Naslin, who was there with her boyfriend and two other people. She was last seen going into the women's room at outdoor facility there.
Within about 24 hours, it was quite clear that Denise and Janice had met the same individual, gone somewhere with him, and were never seen again. Later that year, Denise Naslin and Janice Ott's remains found in Issaquah, not all that far from Lake Sammamish Park.
Word of the new disappearances and the rumors behind them quickly spread.
There might have been foul play, but there really are no clues, no theories as to the disappearance of the two girls.
Police now realize these disappearances must be linked to the women who vanished earlier that year. They launch a task force to hunt the anonymous predator.
Because of my experience in investigating sex crimes and the often links between sex crimes and homicides, I was considered to be a pretty good person to be part of that team. Everyone was working together to try and find any connections between the women who had gone missing and possible suspects. These cases, they were involving young, attractive women. That's the kind of thing that gets a lot of media attention, of course.
So at this time, during the 70s, women are wearing less. They are not afraid to ask for what they want. Women were going to college more, pursuing higher education, and they felt more safe because they had choices. Ted Bundy threatened all of that. He was targeting women who wanted to be independent, who wanted to assert themselves sexually.
With literally thousands of witnesses, investigators begin developing a profile of their suspect. A man they believe named Ted, who is hunting women.
And remember, Ted didn't look unusual. He just looked like an average guy.
But Liz Klepfer believes she knows the man in the sketch the police are hunting.
Okay, so you want a smartwatch. How about one that can harness the power of the sun? Tell you when the surf is up. Or show you the distance to the pen. All with battery for days. Only from Garmin.
Getting me and Laws together for Christmas can be a teensy bit awkward. Just ask Romeo and Juliet. But after saving big with Amazon Cyber Monday, tragedy was avoided. Yeah, sisters.
When I had to replace my engine, the bill would have been over $4,000.
But my Endurance Auto Protection Plan covered it all. When your car breaks down, it's much more than a big-time hassle. And if your manufacturer's warranty has expired, it can cost you thousands. Unless you have an auto protection plan from Endurance. Go to EnduranceWarranty.com or call Endurance today. And stop paying for expensive auto repairs. Call 855-941-6637 or visit EnduranceWarranty.com for a free quote.
With the disappearance of the Ott and the Naslin girls on the same day from the same state park came the first indications that a male subject was involved. His name was Ted, and he was very polite and suave.
His name was Ted, and he was very polite.
To spread the word about the Volkswagen Beetle Janice Ott is last seen driving away in, and share a composite sketch of the driver.
His name was Ted, and he was very polite.
Ted looked like the everyman. He was good looking, but not too good looking. There wasn't anything about him that, really made him stand out. So he was memorable, but could also be forgettable.
Everyone thought they knew Ted or saw Ted, and he also happened to be driving one of the most popular cars of the time, which is this Volkswagen Beetle.
At that time in Washington State, there were close to 50,000 of those cars driving around. So it, again, just blended kind of into the background and didn't really register in a lot of people's minds.
As the news was showing all these missing women, I think Ted was really enjoying that. It was adding to that secret of, they're never going to know it's me because, I'm this great person. They'll never suspect it.
But the sketch does catch the eye of someone who feels she knows the face. None other than Bundy's girlfriend, Liz Klepfer.
She brings the composite set, slams it down on the table, and I said, What is that? She says, who is that? I said, well, it's Ted. Why? Then she burst into tears. I didn't want to think that of Ted. Goodness, he's a great guy. He's my friend's boyfriend. He wouldn't do stuff like that,
When Liz calls police to report the image resembles her boyfriend, she's met with skepticism.
When they looked at him and they found he was a law student, they said, look, we'll look into him. He just doesn't look like he's going to be our guy.
And the cops essentially talk her out of it. Your Ted is very upstanding. Don't worry about it. This isn't the one.
He made it onto a short list of 100 suspects, but because of his lack of a record and because of his civic engagement, they thought, well, it's probably not him. It's very unlikely.
But Liz still has her doubts.
One of the reasons Liz is having that feeling, that sort of dark feeling, is because she had also found things in this possession that are just kind of scary and unusual.
The bullet keys, women's clothes, the plaster of hair she would use to make a cast.
Again, Liz calls police. And again, they tell her there's nothing to worry about.
Police told Liz, we don't have time to take calls from girlfriends. If you want to make a report, you're going to need to come in. And at that time, she didn't do that.
She wanted somebody to reassure her that it wasn't Ted because of how much she cared about him. And because accepting that it is him would mean that she'd have to accept that their entire relationship was a lie.
As police continue combing through suspects, they anxiously wait for the killer to strike again.
We knew in the fall of 1974, when several months had passed without new cases in the Seattle area, that the person, for some reason, had stopped doing what he was doing. We just really didn't know where it went.
Big night.
Investigators have no idea that Bundy knows the noose is tightening and is already left for fresh hunting grounds.
Things are heating up with the investigation, and Ted decides he's going to transfer to the University of Utah Law School and take all of his
take it to the head. Take it to the motherfucking head.
And really does sort of establish a life for himself.
He did it. I know how big Westcott is.
Ted was very outgoing and friendly and talked to the group. And when you're in a group, he would tell jokes and laugh at our jokes. Went to church and took part in the church discussions. He was just very
normal. There's the best known picture of Bundy in Utah. And it's my personal friend, Carol, beautiful blonde, parts her hair in the middle. He's washing dishes with her. That was in our house. And Carol thought he was a great guy.
Yet again, you see Ted Bundy fitting in, whether it's church, at law school, or in his new social circles. He's being the person everyone wants him to be.
He's blending right in. So no one thinks he can do anything bad. Utah is the perfect place for Ted Bundy.
I wonder if it gives him a bit of a thrill that he's sitting next to devout religious people, that he had really figured it out how to wear the people mask.
We have to remember that people like Ted Bundy can have two sides because they can't be completely unbridled all the time. They want to continue killing. And in order to do that, they learn to be calculating. And that's how they're able to get away with it for so long.
Within weeks, Bundy starts prowling around, looking for new victims to satisfy his hunger.
It's like a fresh start. He's able to freely succumb to those urges right away. Whereas in Washington, he would have to be more contained, controlled, with the heat that was picking up there.
Within just a month's time in October, he killed 3 different women in a very short time span. So the victims were really ramping up, and he was escalating very quickly.
The evil inside Ted leads him to attack again and again. Yet he still keeps up appearances with his friends in Utah, even when the subject of the Seattle murders comes up.
They had just published the composite pictures of the Ted murderer. And we had taken this composite picture and we were holding it up to each other's face and laughing. It didn't look like me, it didn't look like Ted and the rest of us. So it was just a topic of conversation.
What normal person would hold up their own police sketch and make a joke about it? Nobody else would do that.
He's projecting what he thinks he should be to everyone around him. But I think that if you were to ask him to take off the mask, I don't think he even would know who he was.
I don't even know, man.
But sometimes Ted does lower his mask. Just a bit.
We were having a gourmet dinner at his apartment. And he explained how he felt a person could kidnap a girl, murder her, put her clothing in one county, her body in another, and that the police force it.
Oh, my shit going dead.
And the agencies would never connect all that together, and therefore a person can get away with these type of murders. And we didn't give it a second thought.
A week later, Ted makes his most audacious move yet when he abandons his mask entirely.
Carol Durant was at a shopping mall when a man approached her. He told her that he was an undercover police officer and that someone had tried to break into her car.
He asks, would she like to go with the officer to the car to see if anything had been stolen?
She asks for a badge, he flashes a badge, and they walk out to her car.
I'm dead.
She sees her car, they open it up, nothing's wrong.
But the officer, who's really Ted Bundy, says, you know what, could you come down to the station and identify the guy?
They walk through the mall parking lot to his car, and she's a little surprised to see that it's a VW Bug and not a police car.
She thought, well, maybe he's just undercover, and got to his car, and they started heading off.
How? I thought he was, I mean, that makes sense, like, oh, he could be undercover, but no, ain't no, nah, man.
Ted Bundy, posing as a police officer,
Police
had
officer,
tricked
boy.
18-year-old Carol Durant into climbing into his car at a Salt Lake City area mall.
They was killing their own people, boy.
She's expecting
Listen
him to
here.
go straight and head to the Murray PD.
Listen here.
Instead, he does a Yui.
I don't even think he probably did. Don't get me wrong.
What are you doing?
But 9 out of 10, fuck 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10, he killed all his people.
So Carol decides she's taking her life into her own hands. She tries to open the door, and just when she does it, Bundy grabs her hand and is able to get a handcuff on it.
Listen
The
here.
other arm is free. So
He
she's
knew
fighting him.
where to
She's
go.
literally fighting for her life. And she says that everything about him changed. His demeanor changed. He had black eyes. He was a total evil monster.
Carol forces her way out of the car and runs for safety.
Forced her way out of the car.
Is close behind.
Run her away from safety.
He ran after her and tackled her, but she fought and managed to get away and ran until she saw a car, flagged them down, and just jumped into the car.
She's hysterical, and she's realizing that guy was trying to kill me, and no one would ever know what happened to me.
Carol Durant was the first person that Ted tried to attack that was actually able to get away and give a description not only of who he was, but also how he acted and how he got her into his car.
You couldn't kill him. You couldn't kill her because it was her time to go. Y'all got tired. But it wasn't her purpose to go. Simple as that. And then she fought or whatever.
But the police aren't able to act fast enough to stop Bundy from striking again.
Fuck no.
That very same night.
They ain't even sleep. They listen
Once
here.
Ted started it, he wasn't able to
shit
stop.
up.
He couldn't even take a step back.
Only
reflect.
said, "Whoa, no."
Whoa, that was a close call. I could get caught in a moment. He instead went straight into, I'm going to find another victim.
Ted still has the itch. He still needs to kill someone today.
This time, he sets his sights on easier prey. 17-year-old Debbie Kent, who is coming out of a high school play the next town over.
Bundy notices her. A number of people heard screams. One guy saw this Volkswagen just tearing out of there.
With Ted, he was all about baiting, and children were easily baited. So it was an easier prey, for lack of a better word.
After the play was over, when her parents went out into the parking lot and saw her car was still there, that's when they knew something was terribly wrong.
Police investigating the scene find a curious object in the parking lot. A handcuff key.
Later, when police heard about the Carol Durant abduction that same night, they were able to match that handcuff key to the handcuffs that Carol Durant had gotten away with. This was the first time that Ted really messed up, and the investigators kind of got a break in the case.
Soon, word of Carol Durant's heroin escape and the series of unexplained kidnappings in the area spreads, even reaching Ted's long-distance girlfriend, Liz Klepfer, back in Seattle.
She once again calls the police to tell them what she knows. And again, it goes nowhere.
And just a few weeks later, Ted came to stay with her for Christmas and was completely unaware that his girlfriend had turned him in 3 different times and was pretty confident that he was a horrible murderer.
He was a horrible murderer.
1974 comes to an end. Ted Bundy is on edge.
Now there's a sketch floating around of what the perpetrator looks like all around Salt Lake City. And the pressure was really mounting for Ted.
With his impulse to kill growing stronger day by day, and law enforcement in Utah now closing in, Bundy knows he must once again hit the road.
Ted and I planned a ski trip to Colorado. He pulled up in his Volkswagen and he said, I just need some time alone. Do you mind if I cancel this go by myself?
Yeah, feel me?
And he drove off.
Oh, man.
Larry has no idea Bundy's heading for new hunting.
I love me some me. Sheer tooth and all. Look at that. Our teeth white as hell.
January of 1975, with the pressure mounting on
one
Ted in Utah,
white.
with these
now connected abductions as well as the
It's all
link back
good.
to the Pacific
He be back
Northwest.
in
He
there.
moves his hunting ground to ski
Oh, I was
lodges
telling
in the
them, I
Colorado
was like,
area.
rich, powerful people can go to heaven with buttery teeth.
Colorado is
True or
great
false?
because there is a constant influx of these
That
people
way you
coming
see
into the
everybody
towns
getting their
for the
teeth
day.
fixed.
And he can pretend to be
I don't
this
play.
playboy, hang out in the
I don't
clubs
play.
one night, the next day he can
I
pretend
don't
that
play.
he's a ski instructor.
But at the end of the day, I'm just
It
here
doesn't
to
take
deliver
Ted
the
long to
message.
find a
Like,
new
hey,
target.
Karen Campbell was a nurse from Michigan, and she had flown in with her fiance, Dr. Raymond Gadowski.
The couple and Gadowski's 2 kids are staying at a local ski lodge.
Bundy was there hunting. He was on crutches and fumbling with these snow boots. Karen Campbell spots him down there, and she asks him if he needs some help. He said yes.
He presents as somebody who is the vulnerable one. Because how could I be somebody that you should be afraid of? I'm injured. I can't do this by myself. I need help. So I'm not a threat to you.
Nobody thinks when you're on vacation with your family, let me just run back to the room for a minute. That's going to be the last time you see them.
Karen's body is found in the snowpack a month later. By that spring, Bundy has moved from Aspen to Vail in pursuit of his next victim.
Part-time ski instructor Julie Cunningham decided she was going to go meet some friends at a bar, but something happened between her leaving her house and getting to meet her friends.
Like Karen, Julie meets a seemingly helpless man on crutches. Then disappears.
Yo, this is crazy, bro. Oh, we're trying to help somebody.
With the abductions happening in the Pacific Northwest and Utah, Colorado authorities thought that this might be somehow connected.
As authorities try to piece the puzzle together, back in Utah, Ted keeps up appearances.
Ted was almost a shapeshifter. He was with politicians, then he was the political guy. If he was with his friends and cooking for them at home and playing Mozart, then he was the affable, charming host. It's all about keeping up appearances and the narrative he wants to tell.
But Bundy knows the authorities are closing in.
Oh, they're closing
He's
in.
feeling the heat. So he expands his hunting ground to Idaho, and he drives way to Pocatello.
That's where the predator spots his youngest victim yet, Lynette Culver, just 12 years old.
Damn.
Ted started to prey on younger victims. They're more naive, they're more gullible. They want to believe that people are good. They want to help others. And so younger victims are easier to trick and to fool. They're easier to catch.
The last time anyone saw Lynette Culver was at her junior high school, and she left to go on her lunch break.
Left to go on her lunch break.
8 weeks later, Bundy snatches another girl, 15-year-old Susan Curtis, from a youth conference at BYU back in Salt Lake.
Yeah.
She is never seen again.
Yeah.
Although Bundy spreads his crimes across several states to cover his tracks,
1975.
he soon makes a fatal error close to home.
Close to home.
There's a cop, and he's sitting in his car kind of waiting for his shift to end. And he sees a VW Bug driving towards him and then past him, sort of weaving in and out of the lanes.
When he flashes his lights to approach the Beetle, it takes off. So he chases it. It eventually stops in an abandoned gas station. And Ted Bundy jumps out of the car, puts his hands up. He says, "Oh, there's a misunderstanding. I was just lost."
The officer became suspicious and asked to search the car.
Inside, he discovers numerous oddities.
The passenger seat missing, and there were what we would call burglary tools in the car. A crowbar and pantyhose with the eyes cut out.
A ski mask, an ice pick.
Torn pieces of sheet, coiled rope.
Things that most people don't carry in their cars.
The officer arrests Bundy, and word quickly gets around the police station.
It set off some alarms for some detectives that had been working the case because the VW Beetle was a red flag. And that's when they realized that Ted fit the description of the person who tried to abduct Carol Durant.
I'm sitting in my office when I get a call, and Ted says, Larry, I'm in jail. So what do you mean you're in jail? So I'm in a county jail. I've been arrested. What were you arrested for? And they said they think I'm the Ted murderer. And I laughed. I said, come on, Bundy. You got to be kidding. He said, no, and you're my call.
Ted's friend is incredulous.
He's innocent. They've made a mistake. I mean, how do you get a young lady to get into your car, when you're a stranger? He was very outgoing, very friendly, very convincing. Never gave it another thought. Didn't even consider Ted Bundy, Ted murderer. I didn't connect the two. He didn't show any outward. Gosh, I could be guilty. I mean, from my perspective, it just didn't show.
As Ted waits to post bail, police get a search warrant for his apartment. What they discover stuns them.
In his apartment, they find all of these pamphlets and brochures about ski resorts in Colorado.
There was the check mark next to the Wildwood Inn, which was the resort where Karen Campbell had been taken from. They also found literature referring to the high school play that was going on where Debbie Kemp was taken from.
And that's not all.
When investigators found gas receipts that showed he was near the Wildwood Inn at the time that Karen Campbell had gone missing, I think they knew that they had found their person.
The pieces are really starting to fall in place for investigators. They're starting to really understand Ted Bundy is potentially the Ted from Utah, from Colorado, from Seattle that they've been looking for all this time.
Larry Anderson still can't believe the news.
I went to the state prison to visit Ted. We talked about, is there any chance you really did this?
It's then Ted lifts his mask, ever so slightly.
He would say, well, if I was somebody that had done this, this is what I would have done. And then you look back and say, he was telling us how he did this. I never wrote Ted or visited him after that point.
But authorities still don't have enough to arrest Bundy and must release him on $15,000 bond. With Bundy now under investigation for murder in multiple states, police in Seattle finally reach out to his girlfriend, Liz Klepfer, to learn more.
We had many conversations with her. She was able to give us information about his patterns, cars he drove, things he would say, times when he would kind of go missing and she wouldn't know where he was.
Police have another ace up their sleeve. Carol Durant, the victim of the attempted shopping mall abduction outside Salt Lake City, and bring her in for a lineup with Ted Bundy.
Oh, shit.
The minute he walks into this lineup, Carol goes, that's the guy. And the cops are like, do you want to take another second? She goes, nope. I know my experience. I know what I remember. That's him.
That's him.
He's in trouble.
With investigators closing in on him, Ted thought he was going to outsmart them by selling his VW Beetle. The cops were way smarter. They do their legwork. They found out who he sells it to. They go and find the car. They do a complete investigation on it.
They find 3 hairs from Bundy's victims who don't live in the same state, who wouldn't know each other, and you're able to use this hair evidence to connect these cases.
You're a friend of Ted Bundy, and a phone call tells you the FBI has found body parts of the girls that were murdered in Colorado in Ted's car. Obviously, your mind changes immediately of, gosh, that's not a coincidence. He had murdered them. Sickening. Absolutely sickening.
It looks like Bundy may finally face punishment for his litany of unspeakable crimes. But the prolific serial killer has other plans.
When I had to replace my engine, the bill would have been over $4,000. But my Endurance Auto Protection Plan covered it all.
When your car breaks down, it's much more than a big-time hassle. And if your manufacturer's warranty has expired, it could cost you thousands. Unless you have an auto protection plan from Endurance. Go to EnduranceWarranty.com or call Endurance today. And stop paying for expensive auto repairs. Call 855-941-6637 or visit EnduranceWarranty.com for a free quote.
For the doers, the change makers, the moms, and dads, for all those seeking a better future. Walden University has been advancing remote learning for more than 50 years. With a degree from Walden, you can make an even greater difference. For you and those around you. Walden University.
Ted Bundy claims he's been wrongly accused of the brazen kidnapping attempt of Carol DeRange.
Police there aren't willing to accept what I think they know, and they know that I didn't do these things.
He's released on $15,000 bail.
I wouldn't hesitate to set him up with my sister. Luckily, he didn't, because that probably would not have gone well.
Ted got out of jail in Salt Lake, okay, and he went right to Seattle. And you could not believe how many police cars followed him around completely everywhere they went.
Liz suspects her worst fears are confirmed.
My friend was acting really different. I said, "What's going on?" And she said, "I'm going out with Ted, so please, if he kills me or something, tell my parents."
Bundy is confident that he could be as convincing in the courtroom as he is with his friends. In February 1976, the trial begins. It takes just 4 days to decide Ted's fate.
The judge convicted him. And Ted was absolutely stunned by it. He did not believe it could happen.
He gets 1 to 30 years in prison, and off he goes to the clink.
Over the next year, prosecutors continue investigating Bundy for additional crimes. In February 1977, investigators gather enough evidence to have Bundy stand trial in Colorado for the murder of Karen Campbell.
Ted decides to represent himself in his own defense.
A benefit to Ted for being his own counsel was he didn't have to wear handcuffs or shackles. He was able to wear his own clothes. He was keeping up appearance, and he definitely took advantage of this.
He's given access to the law library in the courthouse on the 2nd floor. He's assigned a guard, but this guard takes smoke breaks.
Bundy found a bookcase in the room where the guards couldn't see him, and he used that opportunity to open the window and jump right out. And then he made off into the streets.
This is unbelievable.
Why didn't we have this guy locked up when he was upstairs in the courthouse? Why did the guard walk away?
You get a call. If you read the news, Bundy, who we now know is guilty, escaped. And you go, you gotta be kidding.
We were contacted by the police immediately that he had escaped because one of the obvious things was he might go back to Seattle. We wanted to make sure that his girlfriend was protected. We wanted to make sure that the community was protected.
If we know anything about predatory behavior,
Keeping me at
when there's
hope.
opportunity, they take it.
Even though Bundy is one of the most wanted men in America,
Alright, we're gonna be back in a minute.
pushing the envelope by hiding in plain sight.
You feel me?
Ted Bundy could be whatever the person he's talking to needs him to be. He can be